Welcome, everyone. My name is Tracy Simmons, and on behalf of the New Lenox Chamber, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight for our annual State of the Community Address as we partner with the Village and the taxing bodies represented here tonight to host this informative event. I am so glad that so many of you could be here to hear firsthand about the exciting progress in our community and details about the Route 30 Widening and Improvement Project. Please join me in welcoming several elected officials with us here this evening. And as I call your name, if you could please stand up. Illinois State Representative Renee Kozel. Will County Board Member Tom Weigel. New Lenox Township Supervisor Bill McCollum. New Lenox Mayor Tim Baldermann. Our village trustees, Annette Bowden, and I see Nancy just walked in. Nancy Dodd. We saved you a seat up front. Our Lincoln Way High School District 210 board members, James Gast, David Izzo, Dr. Arvid Johnson, Christopher Kozel, and Kevin Malloy. In New Lenox District 122 board members, Nick DeSandro and Debbie Ketzier. Our library board members, Lou Bricolo and Ed Taser. Did I miss someone? Ann Bedova. Please stand up, Ann. Sorry about that. And my fellow chamber board members, Sharon Arweiler, Beth Brower, Sandy Dallaire, Dr. Tom Eddy, Lisa Klein, Randall Bowman, Corey Lund, Paul Lyons, and Dr. Mike Sass. Thank you again for being here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started with our program portion of the evening. Once again, my name is Tracy Simmons, and as president of the New Lenox Chamber of Commerce, it is my privilege to provide you with a very brief State of the Chamber update. At this time last year, we were in the midst of celebrating our 50th anniversary, as many of you remembered because you were at our party. And just 6 months into the year, I'm pleased to share with you several of our accomplishments. In January at the annual dinner, the Chamber paid tribute to its very first Lifetime Chamber Award recipient, Jim Pitcairn. Jim, I know you're here, stand up. Jim received lifetime membership in recognition of his volunteerism and dedication to the Chamber, so thank you, Jim. The annual Community Expo and Home Show, held in March at Lincoln Way Central High School, continues to be one of the region's premier expos, and for the Chamber was the largest to date with more than 2,500 attendees and 150 exhibitors, including the addition of a pet corner and bridal prom exhibits. This spring also marked the debut of the Chamber's first networking group just for women. Programs and events are held quarterly and open to Chamber members as well as non-members. It's no secret women make 80% of all household and business purchases. Connecting women together with the Chamber provides yet another avenue for our members to tap into this dynamic and growing market. Just last month, the Chamber launched a new website featuring a complete redesign, but more importantly, improved functionality for the user. New features include the Deal of the Week positioned on the homepage. This printable coupon offers the community a great deal at a local business. Social media links provide an opportunity for the user to share the deal with their personal network as well. A member-to-member discount list makes business-to-business marketing and savings available with the click of the mouse and encourages referrals among Chamber members. In addition to the local Chamber and Chamber news, the site also features continuous feeds from the Illinois Chamber of Commerce with legislative news impacting Illinois businesses. And a new tab dedicated just to New Lenox includes useful links such as job openings, local hot deals, a community calendar, information on the many, many New Lenox festivals and events, as well as demographic statistics and contact information for developers. Residents and businesses interested in calling New Lenox home will soon have a comprehensive relocation resource page as well. Each of these features are in addition to improved event and business listings, maps, social media integration, and advertising opportunities. If you haven't had a chance to visit our website yet, please do so at newlenoxchamber.com. As you know, the economy continues to challenge the way most of us do business today. In turn, the face of the chamber has evolved. The increase in corporate retail and home-based businesses in the chamber recently led our governance team of the board to reevaluate the chamber's mission statement. In May, the board approved a change to the following. The New Lenox Chamber of Commerce is committed to provide opportunities that bring value to every member business and organization. While this mission provides direction for day-to-day operation of the chamber, our continuing vision as an organization is to promote and showcase all of the greater New Lenox business community. We strive to accomplish this through educational programs and networking events, such as business after hours, member breakfasts and lunches and ribbon cuttings. Larger events such as the golf outing, annual dinner, and tonight's State of the Community presentation remind us that we strive for a strong business community. Events such as the Spring and Summer Business Expos and Mind Over Miles 8K Run and Walk link New Lenox business with the community and attract visitors from surrounding towns to New Lenox. The Chamber's annual free Halloween event and festival and scholarship program serve as an avenue for Chamber members to give back to our community. I'm happy to share the Chamber recently awarded two New Lenox high school seniors with scholarships to help offset the cost of their continued education. A testament to the Chamber and services we provide, our Chamber has welcomed 44 new members to date for 2011, and we look forward to welcoming many more with the continued developments along Route 30, anticipated growth on the north side of the village, and near and dear to my heart, the opening of Silver Cross new hospital early next year. In closing, I'd like to take a moment and thank Sharon Arweiler. If you can stand up, Sharon. Sandy Dallaire, the American Legion, and the Chamber office staff for coordinating tonight's fabulous event. It's now my pleasure to introduce our mayor, the Honorable Timothy Baldermann. Following Mayor Baldermann's updates on the village and economic development, Will Nash, our village engineer, will provide a brief overview of the Route 30 widening and improvement project. So without further ado, Mayor Baldermann.
Thank you, Tracy. I wish my parents could have been here to hear me called an honorable. Many, many years ago, they were just hoping I would have got out of the 6th grade. It's absolutely my pleasure to be here tonight. I want to thank the Chamber for always doing such a great job of supporting the village and helping the village grow and putting on informative events like this. So Tracy, thank you to you and Deb and your entire crew. You do such a wonderful job, not only for those businesses that you represent, but also for the village as a whole. I want you to enjoy this room here, the American Legion. We are a community that's very proud of those that have served and are serving. I know probably just about everybody, if not everybody in this room, was out here over Memorial Day weekend to see the Vietnam moving wall that was here. It was really a tremendous, tremendous moving experience for those that were able to participate. And you know, I'd like us all just to take a moment, not only to remember all those good people from New Lenox who have served and who are serving now, but also Thursday, there will be a funeral procession coming through many communities, including ours at Route 30 and Gauger, for Private First Class Mike Oliveri from Homer Glen that was killed in action, making that incredible ultimate sacrifice for all of us. So if we could just take a moment to remember him and the others that have served. Thank you. Home of proud Americans, we hear it all the time, but it never gets old around here. It never gets old. This is a community that truly supports each other. I look around this room and I'm very honored to serve as mayor with board members like Trustee Annette Bowden and Trustee Nancy Dye, who are here, as well as the other 4 members of the board who couldn't make it, that although we are 7 individuals, work very well together for the best interest of the people of this town, to provide a great quality of life for the people of this town. So I want to say thank you to the board members. It's my pleasure to serve with you. I'd like to introduce Kurt Carroll, our new village administrator. Kurt, if you could stand up, please. All of us know Russ Loby very well, who did a wonderful job of serving New Lenox for 40 years. He's still in the community, of course. He was out at our first concert there on June 4th, and will always be a part of New Lenox, and I know will always be there if we need him. But we were very, very fortunate to find Kurt and to bring Kurt to our community. We always said we're not looking to replace Russ, we're looking to replace the village administrator. And I'll tell you what, for the administrators that are out there, and there are many administrators that applied for this job in New Lenox, that wanted to come to this job, that didn't apply anywhere else when openings came up, but they wanted to be a part of New Lenox. And although there were some very, very talented people in that field, we were fortunate to get the best of those candidates that were out there. Kurt has jumped in. May 31st was his first day. He is there working long hours, working well to get to know our staff, get to know our community. I know it's his pleasure to be here and be a part of New Lenox. He's got a couple of beautiful children, he and his wife. Got a couple of beautiful young daughters, and one that will be graduating 8th grade next year. So Kurt is looking forward to moving into New Lenox and really establishing some roots here. So we wish him the very best, and he's off to a fantastic start, and know he's going to do well. We also have some members of the Village Hall team. Our village clerk, Laura Rule, is here. We have Warren Rendelman, Carol Hennessy, Randall Lohman. I know my wife had to sit at a different table. I don't know if we've got staff members anywhere else, but you know, New Lenox works very well for a lot of reasons. I certainly like to think that the board and myself lead by example, working together, but it doesn't matter what your mayor and your board do if you don't have staff that work hard and are dedicated, that are not just there for a paycheck, but they're there because they care about the community. And if you don't have a community that buys in to what you're doing, and we are very fortunate to have both of those things here. We have staff members at every level that are not just here collecting a paycheck. We see them go above and beyond on many occasions. And so I'm very grateful to have the staff that we have. I look around, I see the different governing bodies that are here, whether it be the township, the park district, the fire department, the schools, the library. Our state representative is here, and I'm going to talk about Renee in a moment. We are fortunate that we all pull together, because again, it doesn't matter what we do at One Veterans Parkway if we don't have the support of everyone else, and we do. We have got the best library and parks and schools. We've got them right here in New Lenox. People come to this town because we are a well-rounded community that continues to grow in the right direction. And it takes hard work and dedication from so many. When you're the mayor of a town, you get an awful lot of credit. Boy, I tell you, no matter where I go, people say, "Oh, New Lenox, you're the mayor, you must be doing a heck of a job." And I'm very humbled by that, because although I do my very best for this community, I realize that I don't care what kind of mayor I am. Without all of you, it's not possible. So thank you so much for all of your efforts. Now I'm going to give you a little update on what's happening in the community. I know you know most of this already, but just a little recap. And it's nice that in these tough economic times that we have something to talk about. There's not too many communities that can do that. Just some housekeeping measures. The village board on Monday night decided to change our village hall office hours, looking at keeping costs down and looking at other communities. We have very little foot traffic on Saturdays, so we're not going to be open on Saturdays anymore after the January 4th holiday. But we will be open, July. Thank you, July 4th holiday. But we will be open on Wednesday evenings until 7 o'clock for people. It might make it a little easier. So I'll let you know that. The library has told me that after many, many years of people requesting to have hours on Friday, that the library will be open now on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. starting September 1st. So thank you to the good people at the library. Obviously, it's even in this age of computers and technology, people use our library, and they should. They have all of that technology there, but they also have all the great books and a tremendous staff that helps out. So to the library board and to the library staff, thank you. I know the community has really been wanting that for a long time, so we're happy to see that happen. I'm not going to talk about Route 30. That's obviously a major project in town. I'll leave that to our village engineer, Will Nash. He's got a PowerPoint that he's going to go over and talk about how that's going to impact not only the businesses along Route 30 and the residents along Route 30, but the entire community. So I'll leave that to Will. Tracy talked about Silver Cross. Silver Cross is still on target for a February 2012 opening. What a project. What a project. Not only is it a wonderful hospital that's coming here, but University of Chicago Oncology, Children's Memorial, rehabilitation centers. There is so much that's happening there. And I know I can speak for the board. There are a lot of communities that want to be known as the golf capital of the world or the shopping center capital of the world. All those things are great. I like to play golf, although not well. I'm not really a big shopper, but there are others in my family that are. So we're happy to see those things coming. But if we can be known for the health care that we provide for people, that's pretty tremendous. So we're excited about Silver Cross and what they're doing. You'll notice there's already intersection work going on at the old Clinton, now Silver Cross Boulevard and Route 6. So the work is moving ahead very strongly there. Staying on that there, of course, the next core medical office building that's going up there will be open in the fall of 2011. Provena St. Joe Medical Center is ready to begin construction on their medical arts pavilion on Route 30. You saw the new Immediate Care Center that opened June 14th on Route 30 on the Walmart piece, the McVickers piece there. Those are good things. I mean, we no longer have to leave our town for the services that you need, for the important services that you need. Spring Creek Outlets is what I was referring to with the outlet mall. That's going on the north side of Route 6 by Silver Cross Hospital across the street. Ultimately, and their hope is to break ground this year, perhaps spring of next year. They're looking to build over 550,000 square foot of outlet retail. There's a hotel that's going to be going there, as well as 4 to 6 nice restaurants that are going to be up there. Some good eating establishments, some good dining. And it all started with Silver Cross, and that's really where the synergy got started with Silver Cross Hospital. We just had our economic development coordinator and one of our board members at the ICSC, the shopping convention show. And once again, our booth had lines down the hall. People want to know about New Lenox. New Lenox is well known in those circles throughout the country. They know it's going to be a destination location. So we're excited to see that outlet mall. They already came before the board a week ago to give us a little idea of what they're looking to do. And so we're going to encourage them and move them along. And we know it's going to be successful. McVickers development, that's the Walmart piece. Aldi's came before our board last night. So Aldi is going to break ground this year. They will be on the west end of that Walmart piece off Route 30, and they're anticipating being open before Thanksgiving. So it wasn't that long ago in this community where people said, you know, there's one Jewel to shop at. Now we have 2 Jewels, Burcott's, Target sells food, Walmart sells food, Aldi's coming. There's even talk, perhaps, of a 3rd Jewel going up north. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but the shopping choices are there for you, which of course helps the consumer. It brings down prices. It helps the consumer, so we're excited to see that. I like to always mention, you know, as exciting as it is to hear about the big development that's coming to town, you can't ever forget the people who have been here when the population was 3,000 people, 5,000 people, the small business owners that have been here for decades, that sometimes find it difficult to survive when the big box stores come in. They are the ones that have a more difficult time surviving 2 years of road construction. So the board is committed to working with those businesses during those road construction times, doing everything we can to try and help the small business owner survive. And I know the Chamber does a wonderful job of promoting them. So again, we're happy to have the big box stores come. It helps us provide that sales tax or that property tax rebate that we give to our residents. The only community that's really giving a property tax rebate. We need that. But I really encourage you at every chance to shop locally, to shop at the small stores, to hire the local business person that maybe is going to seal coat your driveway, paint your house, put your fence up, all the things that I don't have the skills to do, that I have to hire somebody to do. But we can find them all right here in New Lenox. And so I would please encourage all of you to pass that along. Let's spend our money here at home and take care of those small business owners. One of them is the Kurtz family. You see, the Kurtz family's been here forever, and they have their memorial chapel at Francis and Cedar. And they've got other chapels, and they could have very easily relocated out of this community. But they made a major investment to stay here in New Lenox. They're good people that have been here for a long, long time. And so we're grateful that they've decided to stay in our town and continue to make that investment. The building that's been vacant in the Commons for a long time. You've all seen that on the west side of the Commons behind the band shell there. We're very happy to announce, and I know many of you probably know, that Trinity Services is going to be moving into that building. And it's not only good because we don't want to see a vacant building, but Trinity Services does such a wonderful job of helping those that are developmentally challenged to lead full lives and to be active members of the community. We at the Village wholeheartedly support Trinity for what they're doing and for their efforts, and so we're excited to see them move into that building there in the Commons. It's good for all of us. It's good for the town, that's for sure. The Cary Animal Clinic is now open in the former fire station on Church Street. I think at one time it was the Village Hall. I think when Annette first got elected. Is that right, Annette? No? I owed her one. I did. I think I owe her several, but I had to give her that one. That's when I was in the 2nd grade. But the Annette celebrated a birthday yesterday. Annette, happy birthday, sweetheart. There you go. One of our longest-serving board members. She doesn't want you. I could talk about you for hours, Annette. But we were happy to see Cary Animal Clinic move into that building. And Country Charm, who's been around for a long, long time, a staple in this community. You see additional growth now happening at Country Charm. So we want to thank George and everybody there for reinvesting in New Lenox. And I've talked to several developers now who are just waiting for that Route 30 construction to be done. And you're going to see Route 30 pop up. Those developments, those green fields you see out there, they're going to pop up once that construction is done. Obviously, it's not the most advantageous time to open a business right now, but in a couple years when that's done, you're going to see that happen. So a lot of growth. Bristol Meadows Senior Housing Development. We constantly talk about the schools and the parks and all of the young families that are here. I've raised my family here. My two oldest kids, even though it didn't seem like that long ago, went to Schmuel School for kindergarten. So you can see how much the town has grown in just a short period of time that I've been here. But we need to take care of our entire community. And we don't want to see empty nesters or seniors get taxed out of their homes. It's important to have a well-rounded, diverse community that is able to provide for the entire family. It's nice to see grandparents that can stay here and be close to their children and grandchildren. And so the board supported this development in hoping that, and they've got a lot of calls from local New Lenox residents who are wanting to know when that's going to be open so they can move in. And so we're happy to see that happen. The township obviously has done a wonderful job of having their senior housing on Cedar Road. They weren't in a position to do another one. A private developer was, so there was no tax dollars needed. And so we certainly hope that the good people of New Lenox take advantage of that and that we can keep our seniors right here in the community where they belong, where they've invested so much time and energy. For some good things, I know many of you were out at our first Triple Play concert series with Starship. Everybody did a great job pitching in. It was a lot of fun. Those community events are important. Whether it's the new French Market, please really take advantage of that. Carol Hennessy and Annette and their team have worked hard to revamp what we had last year and bring this French Market here, and it's wonderful. It's very classy, so I would encourage you, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Saturdays, come to the south parking lot of the Village Hall and really patronize that French Market. There's a lot of local vendors that are in there. It's a good opportunity to get together as a community. Our Wednesday night movie nights are taking place. Another fun time. It's free entertainment. Friday and Sunday concerts in the Commons. That schedule is available online and on paper. Everyone should have got one delivered to their home with the water bill, but it's out there. And all of that is paid for by the proceeds from the Triple Play concert series, which means that this entire event, all these events, the Wednesday night movies, the Friday and Sunday concerts, the Christmas in the Commons, the 4th of July, the taxpayers of this community don't pay 1 penny for that unless they choose to buy a Triple Play concert ticket. Now, I think that's pretty remarkable. In a time when communities are cutting back on providing entertainment, cutting back on providing services for their people, we continue to provide great service to our community and entertainment at no cost to the taxpayers with a more than balanced budget. And that's because we're very conservative with your money. We know what's important to you and we try and provide that to you. It's getting difficult for all the communities. I'm constantly, echoed by the board, showing signs of frustration with Springfield. That's nothing that anyone in this room is unfamiliar with, whether it's our bankers, our realtors, our small business owners, or just a resident of this community. It is absolutely ridiculous what is happening there. We now have road construction on Route 30 that could possibly be in jeopardy because you have a governor that is playing political games with people's jobs. We are fortunate to have a state representative in Renee Kozel who is fighting the good fight for us down there. Yes. Renee, I wouldn't want your job for all the tea in China. It's so frustrating, and she does such a great job of calling me, whether it's good news or bad news, letting me know what's happening. But Renee, thank you for your service to our community. The map now, we are going to, looks like we may have a new state representative from Laraway Road South, is that correct? Yes. So Renee will still be representing the majority of New Lenox, but pure politics have been played with these maps, much to the detriment of many communities. And it sickens me as an elected official to see other elected officials playing politics with the lives and the livelihoods of the residents of this state. And Renee, again, I want to thank you, and I know you're going to continue. I'm sure there are many, many times that Renee would like to just pack up and come home to her family, her kids, her grandkids, but she fights the good fight. And for that, we're forever grateful. We hope you can make some headway there, because it's getting pretty embarrassing to say you're from Illinois. It makes it very difficult on us locally, on the townships, on the local governments, to continue to provide these services. Now, I had conversation with school people from our community who are telling me that now, in the school philosophy when it comes to budgeting, is always cut out here, stay away from the middle, and the middle is the classroom. Stay away. If you've got to make cuts, stay away from the cuts in the classroom. These other items on the fringe, in my opinion, are not luxuries. We have an obligation to the children of this community, other towns have to their children, of providing a well-rounded experience. So for someone to suggest that the arts or sports are just luxuries, that's wrong. We have to have our children be well-rounded, but it's gone beyond that now. There was no fat in the school districts to begin with. And whatever someone may have perceived as fat is long gone. And now they're talking about attacking the classrooms. New Lenox is great for many reasons, and one of them is because what happens at 122 and 210, as well as St. Jude and Providence, who do a wonderful job here. But 122 and 210, and I was explaining to one of the board members from Lincoln Way, they are a victim of their own success, because no matter what happens, they still find a way to provide a great education for our kids. And because of that, I think sometimes we take it for granted, that we're not overly concerned about what's going to happen. And the same is to be said for the rest of the governing bodies. I'd like to think the village as well. The Fire Protection District, who's got one of the lowest tax rates. Our libraries, who are struggling to get pennies to come in. Our Park District, who can't find grant dollars out there as hard as they try, who are providing tremendous recreation for our children. The money's not out there, but because everyone pitches in and makes it work, I think sometimes we take it for granted. We don't worry too much about the struggles of the state, because we still have this great community here. I don't want to see that come to an end. And as mayor, again, I want to thank all of you for your efforts, for all the great things that happen here. It's hard work that's getting it done. It's dedication. We got to hope we can turn this thing around, or it's going to be difficult even for a town like New Lenox to continue to thrive the way that we've been thriving. With that being said, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Will Nash, our village engineer. I call him Boy Wonder. He has done a really fine job when he took over the job as village engineer. He's going to talk to you about a very important project on Route 30 and how it's going to impact everybody. Again, thank you to the Chamber of Commerce, to the American Legion, and to all of you. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.